Hey, I'm Rees. And we directed the play Rodeo to Go. Yes, you can start clapping. I've amazingly, awesomely been involved in drama since my freshman year. It's been a ton of fun, and I guess me and Tanner are kind of the goofier ones of the group. So, you know, obviously when we had to pick directors, we were just like, let's do it, man. But our practices kind of turned into, all right, let's run our lines to, all right, let's go play first beat. So that was fun as well. However, we had a bunch of fun with our cast. I think they did awesome. And honestly, they're all so talented. I know you guys are out here to see them, and it's, you know, it's just honestly a pleasure to work with them. And it was so much fun.
Yeah, I remember when both of us, we actually started off in one act together, and that was fun. That was when we met each other, and it was really fun. These guys are awesome. We actually did some learning stuff. It's like, hey, say your line. Okay. But otherwise, it's been awesome, and we got a great show here all night. So,
Without further ado, we introduce, drum roll please, Romeo to Go!
Joseph.
Joseph.
Okay. So we're putting on a 10-minute play. How long do we have to rehearse this?
Class times have been cut, so you got about 20 minutes or so. But we'll get to it. We don't have enough time to cast auditions and do all that stuff, so I will be casting the play completely randomly. On the back of your script, you'll find the character's name. That will be your character. All right, whose script says Romeo?
It's me.
Okay. And who is Juliet?
Me, I'm Juliet.
Oh, oopsie, you already have a part. So, Rees, what are we going to do about this? Oh, okay, whose script says Juliet's servant? All right, use your switch scripts and problem solved. Yes. What's the first scene? Scene 1. And who is in scene 1? Gregory, Samson, and Abraham. Who is playing Gregory, Samson, and Abraham? Which one are you? All? I suppose I must have done that on purpose. All right. Now I did that. In order to make you do this to the best of your ability, you're going to have to be playing Gregory, Samson, and Abraham. Okay. In order to distinguish between the three, I will need you to use a slightly different accent for each one. Yes. I believe you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. What's next, Cellophane? Cecile. Cecile. All right. And who is my Benvolio?
Benvolio.
All right. And who is my Tybalt?
Benvolio.
Good. Okay. Who is my Tybalt? Yes.
Joseph.
Joseph, what is your question?
I'm playing Tybalt.
Oh, congratulations. That's excellent. All right, so we're going to need to choreograph a quick sword fight right here. Oh, right. The school board now considers Elizabethan sword fighting to be a direct endorsement of in-school knife fighting. We're going to have to look at something else. Let's see. Do any of you dance? Ah, perfect. I'm going to need you to put together a musical interpretation of this sword fight. But make sure it's PC, right? Okay. So what's up next, assistant? Juliet. Oh, Juliet, stop it! You are just in time. We were about to begin your scene. And Principal Trolleybottom. Students, say hello to Principal Trolleybottom. Good morning, students. Junior year told me that I took away from her Juliet for no reason. Principal Trolleybottom, I don't know if you're familiar with the play Romeo and Juliet, but Juliet's not all that important. Most historians agree that she's only Romeo's foil. Take her out of the play and nothing really happens to the plot. On the other hand, Juliet's servant is the literal blood of this play. She has a soliloquy in Act 1, Scene 3, with such grace, such je ne sais quoi, it will bring an entire audience to tears. Now, Joseph, listen closely. Are you listening to me?